Hey everybody, I'm Trainer Reich, and today I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about some inherent problems that a lot of people incur over the course of their lifetime. I have a book coming out at the end of this year, so I'm going to start posting sporadic videos just addressing certain things to not only help people that work out, but to help people that, once again, have these inherent problems due to their career, the way they sit, the way they sleep, etc. So today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about sciatic pain. A friend of mine posted on Facebook that he was just in excruciating pain, and this is a very common ailment with a lot of people. And I've found a stretch years ago that I think works really well on my clients. And before I show you that, that'll be the last thing that I show you. I want to explain a few things that a lot of people don't know. As a personal trainer, I have a huge background in kinesiology, so I'm very form specific when I train my clients. I don't just tell them what to do, I tell them why they're going to do it. And that's how you get better on a more healthy platform. When you can kind of understand the method to your madness that you're doing, it helps you to get better results, stay healthier, live longer, the whole 9 yards. So when you talk about the sciatic nerve, of course, it runs underneath a muscle that's called the piriformis. The piriformis gets extremely tight on a lot of people, and my theory, my personal Trainer Reich theory, is I work on a lot on the antagonist principle. What that means is that I usually will look at the opposing side, the converse side of the human body, to find out what could possibly be triggering that pain. For example, an antagonist theory would be if I'm having a bicep issue, I would try to figure out what's going on with my triceps. I might have a weakness in the triceps. Everything is about balance. When you work out, everything should be about balance. If you built a house and built a big strong front on it and great framing and solid bricks, and then the back of the house just included 3 or 4 2x4s, what you're going to end up happening is that the front is very strong and the back is going to have those weaknesses, and eventually the whole thing's going to crumble. So let's talk about the piriformis. You're going to have 6 muscles that are part of the rotator of the femur that sits inside of the joint, and it rotates. These are lateral rotators, and they all work specifically doing the exact same thing. It's the strangest thing. 6 muscles with different attachment sites, but all working toward a common purpose. You would think that would make it a very strong part of the body, but for some reason that piriformis gets it's kind of the redheaded stepchild. It's doing a lot of the work. With those muscles, you're going to have the orbitator internus, the orbitator externus, the gemellus inferior, gemellus superior. You're going to have, there's one other one, I can't think of it right now, mind block, but you're going to also have that piriformis, which is going to be the one that is one of your primary movers, and it's also the one that gets tight and impinges the sciatic nerve. So let's talk about the front of the body. So on the front of the body, conversely from the piriformis, you're going to have the iliopsoas. The psoas is the muscle that is going to flex the hips. In other words, bring the knees to the chest. Abdominals do that as well, but your psoas, if you're sitting in a long period of time, for a long period of time, and you're sitting at a desk, for example, you're going to have a shortened psoas. Truck drivers might have a shortened psoas. A lot of people think when they sleep wrong, they stretched one part of their neck. They wake up and go, oh, I must have stretched my neck and I heard it while I slept. And that is absolutely the opposite of what happens with a muscle. A shortened muscle will always, 9 times out of 10, is going to be the one that's going to suffer the pain. So that being said, if you do have a psoas issue and it goes untreated, and maybe you don't even realize that you have it. I mean, we're active lifestyles, running around. You don't really ever test it, and I'm going to show you how to do that too. What ends up happening is that your piriformis gets tight as a result of a weakened psoas. So essentially what you're going to do a good stretch, you're always going to want to stretch your psoas, but I'll show you that last. You're going to try to find something, be it a table, whatever it is, but it's going to be right approximately at the same height of your hip, okay? You can lay on your back all day long and do leg pulls towards your chest and try to stretch that piriformis out that's impinging your sciatic nerve, but you're going to take your leg up, kind of like you're going to sit Indian style, but you're going to rest it straight across like this. So the outside, my IT band and the lateral side of my soleus on my calf are going to be flat on the table whatever it is, make sure it's a fairly stable deal. And you'll notice I'm a little bit on my toes, so we're getting that really good stretch. Then what you're gonna do is you're gonna lean towards the knee, just straight out. You're gonna lean and you're gonna hold. And what I like to do, I employ a lot of breathing techniques with my stretching with my clients. What you're gonna do is as you're holding that, you're gonna inhale through the nose and then try to bring it down about another inch, okay? And then you're gonna inhale and then bring it down about another inch. And then hold into that pose. Breathing is very important. Always breathe, never hold your breath, especially during a stretch. Air is the fuel, it's our ATP, it's what fuels our body. It's the gasoline for your car and it's the fuel for your body. And it's amazing what you can do with breathing techniques. So then you're gonna come up and then I want you to try to visualize a grid of 3 planes. You're gonna have this plane, this plane, this plane. I want you to do the stretch that we just did in each of those planes. And then you're gonna go a little bit lateral for the second stretch, doing the same breathing, and then third one over like this. A lot of people find that this third stretch, moving towards the midline of the body and away from the kneecap, actually has a good stretch. The origins and insertions of muscles, they're usually in the same spots on most people, but they do vary from person to person. So I view the human body as a series of bones, muscles, and angles. All right, so that's how you need to visualize this. You want to be able to focus on getting each stretch and holding for about 15 to 20 seconds. It's kind of like I like to fish. So when I fish and I'm fishing an area, I'll cast to one spot, then I'll cast a little bit over, then I'll cast a little bit over, and I'm covering that whole area. So what you're going to do is you're going to be able to cover a large area of stretching with those different angles of that muscle. And you'll do that on each side. If you have one affected side on your body that's got a problem, don't just stretch that side. Always finish with the other side. If your massage therapist works on one side of your neck, they should always go to the other side and do a treatment as well. Keeps the body in balance. So anyway, the next stretch I'm going to show you guys is going to be for your actual psoas. The psoas, once again, that's the muscle that's, if you're sitting down, it's in shortened position. I would like for you, if you have a tall enough bed or something, you're going to lay with your hips just barely off the edge and just let your legs drop. And you're going to inhale, let those legs drop. And you'll feel it. If you've got a tight psoas, man, you're going to feel this right off the bat. So you're going to stretch it all the way out. If you have a massage therapist that is adept in proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation, I would like for you to just write down PN as in Nancy, F. Write that down. Find somebody who does that. If you're here in Springfield, I can refer you to a couple really good people. I don't care where you are. You can message me and I can actually send you some information. But this should tell you a little bit about what you need to do to open up that piriformis that's impinging that sciatic nerve. It's a big nerve. It's a huge nerve. And the piriformis is, like I said, it's that redheaded stepchild. It's the one that fights hard. But please check your anterior of your body. Make sure that this isn't what's causing this. Because I always call it putting duct tape on your engine light. If you just treat the symptoms, that's putting duct tape on your engine light. Find out what's causing it and then attack that. And a healthy stretching regimen isn't just to get through this painful process. You should do it every day. Instead of getting up and getting on Facebook or whatnot, just get out of bed and stretch right away. Those 3 minutes of your life can change your life. But just try to stay healthy with that. If you have any questions, you can email me at trainerreisch@gmail.com. That's trainer, Trainer, reisch@gmail.com. And you know what? I will always help out. If you have anything that you would like me to post videos regarding, whether it's training or anything like that, just let me know, because I have a blast doing this and I'm here to help others. And if I've missed anything, please let me know. And peace out. Have a beautiful day. Eat your life.